What if I told you that one of Hollywood's most commanding actors was once a stuttering kid who couldn't get through a sentence without stumbling? That before he became the face of dignity and strength on screen, he was a troubled teenager heading down a dangerous path that could have destroyed his life. This is the real Denzel Washington story, a journey from childhood struggles to becoming one of the most respected actors of our time, and the pivotal moment that changed everything. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 3 life-changing decisions that transformed a struggling young man into a Hollywood icon, and why his story proves that your past doesn't determine your future. Make sure to subscribe because we're diving into one of the most inspiring transformation stories in entertainment history. December 28, 1954, Mount Vernon, New York. A boy is born to Denzel Hayes Washington Sr., a Pentecostal minister, and Lennis Washington, who owned a beauty shop. They name him Denzel Hayes Washington Jr., and while they have high hopes for their son, they have no idea he'll one day become one of the most celebrated actors in Hollywood history. But Denzel's childhood was far from the smooth path to stardom that many assume. Growing up in Mount Vernon, a working-class suburb just north of New York City, young Denzel struggled with a severe stutter that made him the target of classroom bullies and left him feeling insecure and isolated. The stutter was so bad that Denzel would often avoid speaking in class entirely. Teachers thought he was being defiant or lazy, but the truth was that he was terrified of the humiliation that came with trying to get words out. This speech impediment would follow him through his early years and shape his relationship with the language in ways that would later influence his acting career. When Denzel was 14, his parents divorced, a traumatic event that sent his life spiraling in a dangerous direction. Without the steady influence of his father at home, Denzel began hanging out with the wrong crowd. He started getting into fights, skipping school, and engaging in petty crime. His grades plummeted, and his future looked bleak. Many of his childhood friends from this period would later end up in prison or worse. Denzel was heading down the same path, and it seemed like nothing could stop his descent. But Lennis Washington wasn't about to watch her son destroy his life, and what would prove to be the most important decision of Denzel's young life. She scraped together every dollar she could find and enrolled him in Oakland Military Institute, a private preparatory school in New Windsor, New York. This wasn't just changing schools. This was a complete intervention. The military academy was strict, disciplined, and demanded excellence from every student. For a rebellious teenager used to doing whatever he wanted, it was like entering a different world. At first, Denzel hated it. The rigid structure, the early morning wake-up calls, constant supervision, everything about military school went against his rebellious nature. He felt like his mother had abandoned him, and he was angry about being separated from his friends back home. But something interesting began to happen. The structure that Denzel initially resented started to provide him with something he desperately needed: stability and purpose. For the first time in years, he had consistent rules, expectations, and adults who believed in his potential. More importantly, the academy had a drama program. During his junior year, a teacher encouraged Denzel to audition for a school play. He was reluctant. After all, he was still struggling with his stutter and had never shown interest in performing. But when he stepped onto that stage for the first time, something magical happened. The same stutter that had tormented him in everyday conversation seemed to disappear when he was playing a character. The words flowed naturally, and he felt a confidence he had never experienced before. This wasn't just discovering a talent. This was finding his voice, literally and figuratively. The shy, stuttering kid who had been afraid to speak up in class was suddenly commanding attention on stage, delivering lines with power and conviction. His drama teacher immediately recognized Denzel's natural ability and encouraged him to take acting seriously. But even more importantly, she helped him understand that his struggles with speech had actually given him something valuable: a deep appreciation for the power and precision of language. After graduating from Oakland Military Institute, Denzel enrolled at Fordham University in the Bronx, where he initially planned to study pre-medicine. His parents wanted him to become a doctor or lawyer, stable, respectable professions that would provide financial security. But Denzel couldn't shake his newfound passion for acting. He joined the university's drama club and began performing in student productions. His natural charisma and intense screen presence were immediately apparent to anyone who saw him perform. During his sophomore year, Denzel had an experience that would change his perspective on his future. He was working as a counselor at a summer camp when he met an older camper who challenged him to think seriously about his dreams. The conversation was simple but profound. The camper asked Denzel what he really wanted to do with his life, not what others expected him to do. When Denzel mentioned his love for acting, the camper told him something he never forgot. You can't be afraid to fail at something you love more than you fear succeeding at something that doesn't inspire you. This moment of clarity led Denzel to make a decision that shocked his family. He changed his major from pre-med to drama. His parents were devastated. They had sacrificed so much to give him opportunities, and now he was throwing away a secure future to chase what they saw as an impossible dream. But Denzel had learned something important during his time at military school. Sometimes you have to trust your instincts even when everyone else thinks you're making a mistake. He knew that acting wasn't just what he wanted to do, it was what he was meant to do. After graduating from Fordham in 1977, Denzel faced the harsh reality of trying to make it as a professional actor in New York City. He was a young black actor in an industry that offered very few opportunities for people who looked like him. He spent months going to auditions and facing rejection after rejection. Casting directors would take one look at him and dismiss him as not fitting the limited stereotypes that Hollywood had for black actors at the time. But Denzel refused to compromise his integrity or accept roles that demeaned him or his community. He would rather wait tables and struggle financially than take parts that perpetuated negative stereotypes. This principle-driven approach meant longer periods of unemployment and financial hardship. But it also meant that when opportunities did come, they were roles he could be proud of. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, Denzel continued to choose roles that challenged both him and audiences. Films like The Hurricane, where he played wrongfully imprisoned boxer Reuben Carter, and Training Day, which earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, showcased his incredible range. The Training Day win was particularly significant. Denzel became only the second black actor to win the Oscar for Best Actor, 40 years after Sidney Poitier's historic victory. But Denzel was quick to point out that individual achievements meant little unless they opened doors for others. He began using his influence to mentor young actors and push for more diverse storytelling in Hollywood. He understood that his success came with responsibility, to be a role model and to create opportunities for the next generation. But Denzel's impact extends far beyond his film career. He's been married to actress Pauletta Pearson since 1983, and their 4 children have all grown up to be successful in their own right. In an industry known for broken marriages and dysfunctional families, the Washingtons have maintained a strong, stable relationship built on mutual respect and shared values. Denzel often credits his wife with keeping him grounded and focused on what really matters. He's said that while Hollywood success is gratifying, his greatest achievements are as a husband and father. This balance between professional success and personal integrity has made Denzel not just a great actor, but a respected public figure. He's known for his philanthropy, his mentorship of young people, and his commitment to education. In 2011, Denzel received an honorary doctorate from the University of Pennsylvania, where he delivered a commencement address that went viral. His message was simple but powerful. Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. He told the graduates that success isn't just about achieving your dreams. It's about the person you become in pursuit of those dreams. It's about maintaining your integrity, helping others, and never forgetting where you came from. This philosophy has guided Denzel throughout his career. Whether he's playing a heroic figure or a complex anti-hero, he brings the same commitment to truth and authenticity that helped him overcome his childhood struggles. If Denzel Washington's incredible journey inspired you, make sure to subscribe for more stories about people who transformed their lives against all odds. Drop a comment below telling me which part of his story resonated most with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, your transformation story is still being written.